It happened on 12th September last year, 2009. Basically, we had dinner first, and then I was going to the MRT to send my boyfriend off at the MRT, and my sister suggested that we go to my uncle's club, which is along Maxwell Road, Tanjung Pagar there. My sister decided to go off first with my cousin. She just came down from Canada. So she said that I had to be independent on my own, so I sent my boyfriend off and I went to meet them. As I was walking down towards the Tooth Relic temple in the Chinese temple, there was this Indian guy, or Bangla guy, I guess. He was walking towards my direction, and I could see that he was already eyeing on me. But this kind of thing, I would normally just walk straight and go off, and I had my earplugs on, so I didn't really take regard of that. As I was walking away from him off the platform, he reached out his hand as he passed by me and touched my butt. My butt.
Charlene's story would have struck a raw chord with some women, but the reality is, many molest victims often remain silent about their experience. When they do open up, it's only to people close to them.
We know that there are definitely situations where molest is heavily underreported. In cases where you have it happens in a public place, sometimes you don't report it because it may not have been that serious. That kind of molest could be maybe like a touching. If it's like grabbing and fondling, that's more serious, and people tend to report that because they are either fearful and or very outraged. The question for the women also, that what's going through their mind is, will I be believed, right? Especially if there are no witnesses. And sometimes the police might say, you got no witness, maybe we will not be able to take up the case.
I could make the scene, but there was no point. And also there was, on the other side of the road, there was this group of Bangla men or Indian people. So I didn't want to impose, and I thought that if I did, what would happen to me? I'll be like, I'm alone, and anything could happen to me. And it's not say Singapore is not safe, but really anything happened. So I just walked off quickly and found my sister. Yeah.
So you didn't ask for help because you were afraid that things might get worse?
Yeah, and there was no one to ask for. If I had to ask, it was only the Bangla people around on another street.
So what was your first reaction when he touched you?
I was flabbergasted. I really didn't think this kind of thing happened to me. And I just was shocked and I was very angry. And I actually immediately called my sister and blasted over the phone because I just scolded her like, you can wait it for me, and then this kind of thing wouldn't happen.
So your sister was the first person you told this?
She didn't believe me. She said I was crazy. But then, as I cried over the phone, that's when she realized that it was true. And then I immediately off the phone and I ran. On my heels, I ran towards her. Then I told all of them, my cousin, my sister's friend, and her. So I told all of them, and then they realized how bad it was.
Okay, did they say they want to pursue the incident further?
Yes, my Canadian cousin, she's a girl, she really wanted to run over to the site where it happened and find the guy. But I thought it was pointless because I really couldn't recognize his features because he was just a mere figure walking past me.
Things could have been worse for Charlene, especially in a deserted area with nobody to help her. But even in a crowded venue, it can be equally dangerous. Partygoers tell us their stories in the next clip.